We could say that organizing is your habit, your best habit that you have.
I think so. I can manage any situation you give me or any type of business nowadays with the experience that I accumulated. That I think is what my best trait is, being organized and managing anything I do.
So it's more, your approach is 100% rational to business.
Of course.
Because I talk to many people that they are very passionate and how that goes. But what I can see from you is that organization, that system,
I think, to me, I see it like this. I can open any business I want today because I know the framework. If you tell me, hey, start a rocket company, I can probably open it. If I have enough funds, I know where to start and how to do it.
That's very interesting.
Because I know the framework of business. Every department in the business organization, I know. I might not be an expert about it, but I understand the framework, and I can duplicate that framework in any business that I want. And that's why I'm so good at being able to help clients with administration.
Yeah, so you are passionate about order.
Order. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. If you have a huge billboard in the city, if you have a huge billboard, what message would you put on it for people to read it, to be inspired to see it?
You can do it. I mean, it can sound like a cliche, but it's, don't be afraid, do it, and I know a lot of people use those phrases, but it really is just scary at first. And if you're out there and you want to get inspired and you say, hey, should I take that leap? Take it. Life's too short and you learn from the mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I don't have any regrets in business. Personal life's a little different, but in business, I have no regrets. Everything that I've done, I think, has brought me to where I am today and where my companies are going. And I think you have to take fear out of the table and just do it.
No fear.
No fear.
Now, what's the first thought it comes to your mind after reading this phrase by Seneca, the Roman philosopher? Life is long if you know how to use it.
I think don't worry about the little things. Life can be long if you focus on the right things. The things that really matter can make your life long enough. That's probably what comes to my head when you say that.
That's very interesting. Yeah. Now, what will be your message, your central message to entrepreneurs at this point, from your perspective, to people that either want to start or launch a business, people that are in the middle, operating, struggling, or probably they are successful at this point? What will be your message?
First off, if you have that little itch of starting a business, scratch it. You have to do it. Whether you're 60 or you're 10 or you're 5 or you're 22, you have to. If you have that in your gut feeling that says, I want to start a business, you have to do it. It is nerve-wracking. It is scary. But if you do your homework before you do this, I think anybody's capable of having a successful business. Because anybody can open a business, but having a successful business takes time and a lot of work. So if you have that little, itch, scratch it and organize yourself. I mean, back to that, get educated. And it doesn't mean go to college. It means talk to the right people, get a good team together. One of the things that I think has helped me a lot in managing different businesses is I have the right people with me. I have a great CPA. I have a good insurance broker. I put these people together and they advise me, and makes me make better decisions. Don't be afraid. There's so many times that I have clients that are afraid of, oh, it's because this agency sent me this letter about this form. Well, let's call them up. Let's see what it is. Get informed. Don't be afraid of asking questions. And by doing so, you tend to position yourself to have a successful business.
Before we finish, what's honesty for you?
Honesty is doing what you say you're going to do. to me I think that's the biggest thing. If you're
being reliable?
Not necessarily, but if you say you're going to do something, do it. Because that's the honest thing. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. If you're going to do something, or you're going to say that you're going to do something, do it. Be honest with what you're saying. That to me is honesty.
Not saying something and doing something
else different. Mm-hmm.
Something. Don't you think that honesty has a moral connotation of always telling or acting the truth?
Well, I think we're all dishonest in one way or another. How you see honesty is beyond, it's personal. We lie about things all the time. So honesty, the word honesty to me just means whatever you're thinking, do it. In
business, what's honesty in business?
That's a tough question, because I think in business it's hard to be honest, especially when you're trying to sell a product. You're trying to portray a company that you're not. They say fake it till you make it. So honesty is just being real with what you're selling, or what we're all selling, a product or a service. That's simple as that. As long as if you're being honest with what you're selling, the product that you're selling, and staying true to that, that's being honest in business. If you go into the little things, nobody's honest. There's always, here and there where, you say, oh yeah, my company's the greatest. Well, that's not so honest. How do we know that? So there's the little things that you can be really honest about, but if you're honest with the core value of what you're selling or the product, I think that's honesty in business.
Carlos, thank you so much for being with us in Como Lo Hizo. I really enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you for having me.
And I think that our listeners are going to be not only inspired but they're going to learn a lot about what you said.
Great, thank you.
If you want to contact Carlos, go to abspayrollsolutions.com. Thanks so much for listening to our show this week. If you want to find out more about our podcast, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ComoLoHizo, or visit our website at ComoLoHizo.com. Please subscribe to our show on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen to your podcast. If you want to reach out to comment or suggest a topic, please email hello@ComoLoHizo.com. This show was produced at the iHeart Studios in Los Angeles. I'd like to thank our producers, Fernando Alejandro Schiantarelli and Amelia Machiavello, our sound engineer, Martin Garcia, and Annie Siderovich, our general producer. Como Lo Hizo is a co-production from Premier Radio Network and Crece Grow Media. I am Fernando Schiantarelli. Thanks again for listening.